Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Heretic Invades Doom on the Ultra Balanced difficulty playthrough Woof. We are doing all levels with a pistol start, and this is map 2, Tech Brawl. Let's begin. Alright, so in the previous video at the very end you probably saw this little spoiler here. We are going to fight Corvus, so let's begin. And just look at how he attacks and how fast he is. This is honestly ridiculous. This is like an evil Marine from Scythe 2 on steroids. And the fact that he fires multiple projectile types is quite evil. His most evil one is the Phoenix Rod one, without a doubt. It's basically a rocket launcher, and he fires it so damn fast that it's pretty hard to avoid sometimes, especially in certain situations where he'll corner you. But when he's dead, you can finally go back into here and kill this chicken. Get the BFG 9000, oh yes, and then we're going to go into the Heretic corner of the map to kill a number of enemies here. Now here's the ideal situation you probably want to get yourself into after you've dealt with the absolute worst of these guys. You want to get these guys on the stairs blown up and make an opening so you can make your way through here to get more ammo and whatnot. Now, since you have the Mega Spear, and ideally some more health from the rest of the encounters, and Stimpaks and whatnot, you should have enough to survive this onslaught here. And as you can see, there are plenty of Doom enemies mingling with Heretic enemies. Is this a cursed site still? I don't know, but either way, you can use the Cacodemons to your advantage, because they like to fly above this area, and you can use the whole infinite height thing. I think this still works in Heretic. At least the rockets. But speaking of that, I think Disciples of the Sparrow will block you, and so will Imps, due to the whole infinite height shebang. Anyways, let's see if we can get infinite heighted right here, right now. And no, we didn't, thank goodness. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab more stuff. And the reason I didn't go into the Doom corner, because there's a Doom corner and a Heretic corner of this map. It's because of these guys, and also the Arachnotrons, and maybe the Cacodemons, because they're really big and blocky and they like to get in your way. So the Heretic corner is quite easy to do, since the enemies here generally have less health, and once you get the PFG secret, you can clear out the part with the gargoyles quite easily as a result. So that's why I went into here first. Anyways, let's get a look at that colored blood since we're playing Woof. Colored blood and chunky resolutions, and we still get the status bar too. All nice things to have from Woof. All outside. We're just gonna bully the rest of these guys. They're manky by in this little hole here. And one bullied me, but that's fine because we have plenty of medikits. And we've killed nearly all the enemies too, so we should still be good. Unless there's a fluke that comes up involving the enemies killing me somehow. Which is highly unlikely at this point since most of them are Arachnotrons. They can still get to jump on you, so be careful around them. Be careful around the rockets, of course. You don't want to blow yourself up by firing at the stairs instead of them. Well, aside from that, you have the opportunity to get all the keys and everything. I think there's one enemy left, like a Pinky or a Spectre or something, because I heard him chomping around. We'll just double check for him. Oh, it's a Cacodemon. And he was fighting the Pinky, I heard. Wonderful. Anyways, with all that, we got all the kills, all the secrets, and all of the items, so let's finish this. And that was Tech Brawl, and by extension, that was Heretic Invades Doom. Yes, I know, this was only 2 maps, but I figured I'd show them on my channel because it's such an interesting idea, and I think more things could be made out of this little combination of games. And I do like the whole weapon mechanic too, how it works with the enemies quite nicely. But yeah, the strategy for this map after killing Corvus, or Evil Corvus I guess, the evil elf, is going into the Heretic corner, since the enemies there generally have less health. But they're still quite tough to handle sometimes, because there's like so many of them. I like to use the BFG shot, because you only get one on the gargoyles, since there are so many of them, they all just die, and sometimes you can get the tracers to hit some other enemies as well, which is quite ideal depending on how good you land your shot. You can probably land your shot right into the enemy's faces with a ball, or at least one of them, and maybe get some good results out of that, but I like to still use the tracers on them primarily above all else. Anyways, Heretic Invades Doom even, is an interesting idea. I hope to see more things played out with this concept, like more maps made with this idea, because mingling these two types of enemies is quite interesting, and I'd love to see more of it. And I'd probably love to see more of this general aesthetic in general. I said general twice, but we're getting a little bit redundant here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little mini-series. Stay tuned for future endeavors, but until then, toodaloo.